So aside the lasso tool, we also have what is known as the polygon lasso tool. The polygon lasso tool is one of the groups of lasso tools. The lasso tools are made up of three tools. You have the normal lasso tool, the polygon lasso tool, and your magnetic lasso tool. So we've spoken about the normal lasso tool, that's the ordinary lasso tool. So now the polygon lasso tool. What the polygon lasso tool does is, as the name goes, it's a polygon lasso tool, right? So it creates selections around polygons. What are polygons? They are basically shapes that have straight sides, composed of straight sides, right? And you could have indefinite number of sides. Okay, you could have 5 sides, you could have 10 sides, you could have 15 sides. So what that simply means is that your polygon lasso tool, how it differs from the ordinary lasso tool is that your ordinary lasso tool allows you free hand. So you just click at a point and then you go round as you like. But the polygon lasso tool doesn't allow you that free hand. What it does is it constrains you within a straight line. So from the first point you make to the next point is going to be a straight line. Now let me show you an example, right? So it is more or less like, it seems to be definite, but it's not definite. Now, this is a picture. I want to select this door. As you can see, the door has this slab at the end, this raised platform, right? And this raised platform has um straight lines. You can see this straight line here at this point. This is a straight line. This is also another straight line. Okay. Your rectangular marker tool can't pick these points. Okay. And also the door itself is not really straight, it's a bit slanting if you look at it. So also your rectangular marker tool would not pick it properly. So the best tool to use for this is your polygon lasso tool. So I want us to select, so now select your polygon lasso tool. You long click on the lasso tool, select polygon lasso tool. Then let's select this um door. So you like to zoom in a little, right? So zoom in. Let's select the door and the slab. So you click on the first point, right? So now here's how the polygon lasso tool works. When you click on one point, get to the next point, you click, it creates a straight line. Click on that point, it creates a straight line. So any point you click on, it creates a straight line between those 2 points. Then you get to the first point and then you click. So let's deselect this, Control D. Now let's select the door. From this first edge here, you click. So from the first edge here, we'll click, go straight down to this other edge, click, come over here, click, straight down here, click, good, come down here, click, 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 good. Okay, so click here, click here, click here, click here, click here, then let's click here first, then join. Good. So now we have succeeded in selecting this door. So now let's cut it into a new layer. Okay, so we'll be able to move it. So that's right click, layer via what? Layer via cut. Good. Layer via cut. So now let's click on our move tool to be able to move. You could see we've selected the whole door and we can move it. Alternatively, let's Control Z, Control Alternate Z again. Let's make it a layer via copy. Ensure that your lasso tool is clicked. When your lasso tool is clicked, come back to your selection and right click, layer via copy. Okay, good. We've clicked on layer via copy. You go back, click your move tool, then let's zoom out a little. Good. So now you click and drag. I want to create this somewhere else. So okay, so so you can move this here. Okay, that makes it look more real. Let's move it somewhere here. That makes it look more real, like there are two doors. Okay, so We could alternatively just maybe just keep it somewhere here so that the color blends. Right, so that makes it seem like there are two doors. Okay, so basically that is how your polygon lasso tool works. When do you use your polygon lasso tool? When you have shapes that are basically made up of straight lines. For instance, you're trying to select a table in a picture. You know how tables are, they have sharp edges, right? So you make use of a polygon lasso tool. Okay, so things that have definite shape, okay, you use them. So um that's how it works. It's just basically the same principle as your lasso tool. As you can see, it also has the same properties: add, selection, subtract, and intersect from selection. Okay, good. So also the next one we're going to be looking at is the magnetic lasso tool. The magnetic lasso tool. And for the magnetic lasso tool, we are going to be using a picture. I want that picture so we'll be able to, so it explains better. So click on file, open. Okay, now you're going to select this picture here known as, okay, let's select this picture here. It's Monday. Open Monday picture. Okay, good. Now we've opened this picture. Don't forget, unlock your background. Right now, this is the magnetic lasso tool. So what the magnetic lasso tool does is, it's like a magnet. When you click on one spot, it starts Photoshop starts calculating the edges of the image around there. Okay, it starts calculating the edges of the image around there. Okay, for instance, let me show you this. So I click here and I start to move. Automatically Photoshop starts guessing the edges of the image around there. How it does this is color. Okay, it separates color. It looks for color differences. Okay, so as you can see, it's just following the edges like that. It's following the edge. So a lot of people also use this to cut. It makes their cutting easier. But I would want you to learn with your ordinary hand lasso tool, because when you do that, every other thing becomes easy. Okay, every other thing becomes easy. So now let's go back to our first spot. Good. So now we've made that selection. Don't forget add to selection. Now we'll start from here again. So for the magnetic lasso tool, you don't need as much accuracy as you need for the normal lasso tool, because the normal lasso tool, when you get to an edge, you click. The normal lasso tool is entirely freehand, while the magnetic lasso tool, although it's also freehand, it sort of guides you. So even if I move my this cursor up a little and I then come down, it still calculates the edge I'm following. You understand? So like you can see here, I'm trying to move down a little, but it's still following that edge, right? So it makes your work easier. But this works best when there is a clear edge, right? It works best when there is a clear edge. So that's the magnetic lasso tool for you. Although I do not frequently use it, but as you can see, it's equally as good, right? As you can see, it's equally as good. So let's just try to make our cuttings the same way we've done previously. Okay, let's see how this works. Go back to your starting point, go to Control X. You can see neat. It's quite neat. Okay, so that's that about the magnetic lasso tool. It makes your work easy. Honestly, it does make your work easy, but because you are not the one exactly determining its movement, Photoshop is determining its movement to a very large degree. There's a tendency of Photoshop picking an edge that you do not want. Okay, but then it does a very neat job. So you could also make use of a magnetic lasso tool when you want to cut an image. So that's that about the polygon lasso tool and the magnetic lasso tool. So you could use any of these lasso tools in your cutting. They make your selections very easy, not just in cutting or changing images, but in selection, in your image editing and all of that. You would need your lasso tool. Okay, so that's that for the lasso tools. I'll see you in the next video where we'll talk about another wonderful set of tools that help you to remove your background instantly. Those ones are just very good, right? Although they have limited usage. So see you in the next video.